Ridgefield lies, lost in forgotten dreams. Sterling Hospital, its walls of pain, stone, calls you in, but you'll never leave alone. Welcome to Ridgefield, where the shadows creep, shadows in the darkness where the lost souls weep. 13 floors of terror, hear the devil's tune, in Sterling's halls you'll face your doom. John's footsteps echo through the broken glass, goes to the past, their whispers haunt the past. Pate's voice fades in the fog that grips the town. Climb the floors, for the curse won't let you down. Welcome to Ridgefield, where the shadows creep. Secrets in the darkness, where the lost souls weep. 13 floors of terror, hear the devil's tune. In Sterling's halls, you'll face your doom. Alarms in the night, the walls begin to bleed. Every step you take beats the hospital's need. Will you find her, or join the endless dead? Ridgefield's curse lives in the words unsaid. Welcome to Ridgefield, the devil's dozen calls. Sterling's waiting in its haunted halls. Before John Smith's fateful call, before the alarms blared and the shadows stirred, there was a darkness buried deep in Ridgefield's soil. Tonight, we step back in time in the origin of the curse. The skeleton prison's sealed horrors, the hospital's rise, and madness that birthed a haunted legacy. This is the story before the story, where phobias take root and secrets fester. Welcome back to the House of the Damned. Well, years after the skeleton prison was closed and its records sealed, the people of Ridgefield started to forget. Prison's grim tales of torment, despair, and unspeakable acts, well, they faded like old ink on yellowed paper. A few years later, after everyone had buried the horrifying memories, the town grew over the site. Buildings rose where cells once stood, and life moved on, but some shadows can't be paved over. The little doctor's office in town needed to expand, so they built a hospital right in the middle. Sterling Hospital, a place meant for healing. Doctors from surrounding colleges flocked there, eager for work. The things that went on in the hospital stayed in the hospital. Patients whispered of odd treatments, of screams in the night, but no one discussed it openly. The air felt wrong, heavy with an unseen phobia, fear of the unknown lurking beneath the floors. Money dried up, care waned, and the hospital shut down due to lack of funds, leaving a huge impact on local towns. The building stood empty, a silent sentinel. After 10 years of abandonment, it was remodeled, not as a place of mercy, but a psychiatric hospital. You know, the booby hatch. The doctors and staff grew as crazy as the people they were taking care of. One of the newest doctors had a different method of helping the insane. Unfortunately, it involved torture, as they generally tend to do. You know, just funny, these things. Screams echoed through the halls, phobias manifesting in the patients' minds, fear of confinement in padded cells, fear of the dark and windowless rooms. Honestly, it really made me wonder if these people didn't read Batman and think that they were Crane, the Scarecrow, with all the torture that they were doing and all this fear that they were trying to exhibit from their patients. Insanity. And it truly was an insane place. A year later, a surprise police investigation exposed the horrors and the hospital was closed down. Till this day, the building still stands in the middle of town, haunting the townspeople or anyone that dares to get too close. Many call it a ghost town because of the small amount of people that still live there. If you really want to call them that, some just call them ghosts. Some people still disappear from time to time. After the most recent disappearance of Kate Myers, the police closed the investigation, not having any leads. Rumors about the haunted hospital started to get out to the other towns and major cities, but the true curse, it began below, in the prison's depths, where forgotten experiments lingered, waiting to rise. As one old resident whispered in his journal, "The ground remembers, but we forget." And now, as John Smith steps into its maw, the curse awakens once more. The origins are revealed, but the curse is eternal. Phobias born in the past haunt the present. What fates await John on floor 13? Stay tuned for the finale. The two endings seal the shadows.